Okay, this is the homework, 8.4 homework day 1. It's going to be page 33, questions 1 through 4 in the worksheet, 1 through 4. Damien thinks of a number. When he adds 32 to it, the sum is 97. What is the number that Damien thought of? You have to write and solve an algebraic equation and then make sure that you show all your work. So what I did was I took M for Damien, and that's going to be the number that he thinks of, and then we add 32 to it, and we get 97. So I would subtract 32 from both sides of the equation, and we get 65. Baker made some bagels in the morning after selling 85 bagels. There are 64 left. How many bagels did the baker make in the morning? So we know that he sold 85, so that's going to be a minus 85. So we have M minus 85, and that's going to equal 64. I would add 85 to both sides, and I get 149 bagels as my answer. Claudia can text 3 times faster than Fiona. Claudia can text 78 words per minute. How many words per minute can Fiona text? We take 3 times M equals 78. We divide by 3 on both sides, and we get M equals 26 because it's 3 times faster than Fiona. Last question. Eric spent 2/5 of his allowance on a jacket. The jacket cost him $12. How much was his allowance? Well, we know that 2/5 of a number is going to equal 12. And what I did here was I actually divided both sides by 2/5. Now remember, if you divide by 2/5, you're really multiplying by 5 halves, or 5 over 2. So I multiplied both sides by 5 over 2, multiplied by 5 over 2. And you end up, if you crisscross divide, 2 goes into 12 6 times. 6 times 5 is 30. So the answer to that is 30. When a number is doubled, the result is 48. What is the number? 2 times a number equals 48. Divide both sides by 2. You get x equals 24. After students borrowed 28 novels from the school library, there are 35 novels left. How many novels were in the school library at first? So we don't know how many started, so that's going to be our variable. B minus 28 equals 35. And basically, I would add 28 to both sides. We end up with 63. In a swimming class, 2/5 of the participants were girls. There are 24 boys in the class. Find the total number of participants in the class. Well, we have 2/5 are girls. There are 24 boys in the class. Find the total number of participants. So we need to find out how many boys there are. So 2/5 are girls. That means 3/5 of a number equals the 24 boys. Okay. So what we would do here is we would add by, or we would multiply by 5/3. Okay. So 5/3 of 24 is what I would do, and they did a little differently, so I'm going to pause the video right here and I'm going to show you what I would do. So what the book did is they knew that if there was 3 parts making up 24, then one of those parts would have to be 8. So we divided by 8. So 1/5 s equals 8, and then you would crisscross divide and you would get 40. I really don't like doing that. What I did was I said, okay, 3/5 of s must equal 24, and the opposite of multiplying by 3/5 is dividing by 3/5, which is really, because we do keep, change, flip, is really multiplying by 5/3. So I multiplied both sides by 5/3, and 5/3 of 24. I crisscross divided here, or excuse me, I cross canceled here. So divide by 3, you get 8. 8 times 5 is 40. I'm going to end up having to pull all this up. Last question. It says, Claire jogs around an oval track and is able to complete 1 lap in 5 minutes. If she jogs at the same pace for 42 minutes, how many laps would she be able to jog? write an inequality and find the number of whole laps Claire completes. So what they did was they wrote an inequality. They're saying that she goes around completes 1 lap in 5 minutes if she jogs at the same pace for 42 minutes. So we know that she's not going to go any longer than 42 minutes. That means we have to divide by 5. So 42 divided by 5 is 8.4. And then they want to know how many whole laps she completes. So she only really completes 8 laps. When they say inequality, they want you to, instead of putting down 5h equals 42, they want you to put down 5h is less than 42. That's all they're asking for. Hope this helps. Have a good one.